Today I am reviewing Yefinewig.com. So I ordered this a while ago, paid the agreed amount. I can't remember how much that was, but it's a month late. The dimensions fall short of what was requested and agreed upon. But the Chinese customer service, like every time, has been shockingly abysmal. So this is supposed to be 100 centimeters by 7 centimeters, but it's 6.5 centimeters by 95 centimeters. So they've just cut corners as best as they could. I mean, the best reading I can get, if you can see where the hair begins and ends there, is 66.9 if I stretch it out a bit, but naturally it's more like 66. Definitely not 70 as they were supposed to give me. See that where the hair begins and ends? So they've cut corners. Now, as for the bleaching of the knots, atrocious. There's no way I would wear that like that. That would just be like doll's hair. Absolutely unacceptable. People often ask me where they can get custom hair done, and the answer is any company that makes custom hair pieces. This is Swiss lace. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that lace. Nice and thin, very malleable, and should disguise itself a lot better than French lace, which is probably 3 times harder and thicker than this. So that's Swiss lace right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this whole thing down on the table and bleach it with a type of bleach that I just bought the other day. Unfortunately, I bought some more bleach, but it shows that it's not going to be as effective, not as much peroxide percentage or something. I'll show you in a second. Watch this. So here are 2 different brands of bleach. This is by L'Oreal Paris, and this one's by Schwarzkopf, Nordic Blonde, Schwarzkopf. And you can see on the back what they're claiming, and this is, I've used this one before and it worked fine. It bleached the knots into oblivion. So it shows you if your hair color like this, it'll go like that. Now, that color there against your skin is going to be hardly recognizable. That color there is pretty close to medium brown here. It is medium brown, so it's going to end up like that. So if the knots become that color, then it's better. But here on this back of this one, it shows you dark brown to just basically, I don't know, light brown. So that one, in terms of their honesty, I don't know what it is, but perhaps it's not as effective in terms of its peroxide. I'm trying to find the active ingredients here. This one says 60 milligrams per milliliter of hydrogen peroxide, and this one says contains not more than 116 grams per liter of hydrogen peroxide. So what does that equal in terms of grams per liter, and milligrams per milliliter should both be multiplied by 1,000 to get grams per liter, so it should be the same number. We're saying this one's claiming 116, and this one's claiming 60. So that's basically double, but they say does not contain more than that. And this one says contains not more than. I'm not sure why they're talking about what it's not more than. Maybe it's for safety, but it's very difficult to ascertain how much is in there, but it seems like, just from the label, which is hard to determine, I know this one works, okay? They're both 15 bucks each, Australian. So this is 7 centimeters, well, it's supposed to be 7 centimeters by 1 meter, and I'm going to cut leaf shapes out of that. It should give me 10. Now let's just see if that length discrepancy is going to be a problem. These are from some other companies. You can see how awful some of the netting is in some of these other companies. And look at that, that's just atrocious. That's French lace. That's French lace. That might also be French lace. Although I think this one is probably actually Swiss lace after the bleaching. And this is medium light density. And I think the one I asked for was supposed to be medium density. And I'm very happy actually with what Yefinewig have done in terms of the hair quality and colour, and all brushed in one direction, which is good, which means it'll want to go in that direction at all times. And I'm happy with the lace itself. It's neat work. It's laborious, and it was done by needle and thread by hand, so well done to them. I'll forgive them if it fits me for being a month late. I don't know if I can forgive that. And broken promises and no apologies or anything like that. And when I changed my order, and then they didn't bleach the knots. So they're incompetent, and by Australian standards, you could take it back and get a refund, but there's no way I'm going to send that back and take a month to get back to China or whatever. Besides, I don't have any other hair. When you're ordering hair, they've got you by the balls. Now, last time I was tracing this with an eye pencil, so I could wash it off, but it was hard to wash off. So I'm thinking next time, if I do use something, it'll be maybe a thin pen, and I'll cut on the inside, trying not to cut off too much, because in the past I've cut off too much, and it ends up a lot smaller. Trying to cut inside the lines. Let's just see if this fits. If it doesn't, this hairpiece is useless to me. And the answer is it doesn't fit. So I might have to send it back. However, I did make the stencil a little bit big so that it could be so when I traced it, whatever I cut out in the middle would be the end product. The thing is though, it's simply not meeting the requirements. When I measured the stencil and ordered what I needed, I asked for 70, right? That's 70. But they've given me 65, 66. That's why this is not going to fit my head. Therefore, everything they've done either needs to be added to, plus they need to obviously pay me compensation for damages. I mean, imagine me going out without hair and then coming back the next day with hair. It's like having somebody's breasts removed while they go and figure out the shortcomings of the design. It's absolutely atrocious how they treat people. And please complain. Please don't think there's anything wrong with complaining. What there's something wrong with is not complaining. If you don't complain, if you're a non-complainer, then please go fuck yourself, because you're not making the world a better place, you're making it much, much worse. The people in Germany didn't complain when Hitler took power, okay? Now look, that's 70. This is 65. They fucked me in every way possible. The hair colour matches this hair colour though, a bit, I think. It should match my hair close enough anyway. I think. I hope. Anyway, I'm going to bleach this and see what fucking happens. I can't believe they didn't bleach the knots. They delayed the shipping and order after I said, bleach the knots? What the hell are you doing? They sent me a photo after I demanded that they send it before they mail it over. Look at that. That is outrageously unbleached. That is unusable. Look from the real side. From the real side, yeah. Yeah, unusable. Absolutely unbleached knots. So for the sake of this emergency, I'm going to take this Nordic, which I know works, and I'm going to shake it all up and mix it all in and bleach the back of that properly. I knew I'd be pissed off with them because they were letting me down all through the communication. It was shocking. And now they've sent me this